What's up, y'all? So today I want to come on here with another video about, I really want to say Virgos, but this can really work with anybody who's dealing with similar energy as I'm about to discuss in this video. But definitely this is Virgo energy for sure. So perfectionist thing, let's just talk about that, right? I know that all Virgos are perfectionists in their own way. It's not like like for example, I dated a Virgo once, right? Well, twice, I think. And I was a perfectionist with how I liked, I guess, my space to be, right? I liked my space to look a certain way and be a certain way. She was a perfectionist in the sense of where she liked her food to be a certain way. You get what I'm saying? I mean, I like everything to be a certain way because I have hella fucking Virgo placements. But like, for example, the way it was a certain way she wanted you to take out your phone charger. Like, if you didn't take it out that way, you're just fucked. You're getting cussed out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a nice experience. But yeah, every Virgo is a perfectionist in their own way. But me in particular, I'm a perfectionist when it comes to business, my space, the way I communicate. I mean, like, literally, I have so many fucking planets in Virgo, it's crazy. But what we're going to talk about right now is the perfectionist trait. So if you're trying to release something, I'm sorry, there's a lot of trucks and shit going around here. I'm gonna go off this main road right here. But let's say you're trying to release something, right? Something that you're working on, and you don't want to put it out or release it because you feel like it's not good enough, or you feel like you don't have everything figured out, or you feel like it's not making sense completely. Well, how can you make sense of something that you've never done? You've never done this before. You've never experienced this before, or experienced it in this way before. So how can you try to make sense of it? Sometimes you really just gotta start without even knowing how it's gonna come out, how it's gonna turn out, what it's gonna look like, without having all the details figured out and mapped out and planned. Like, sometimes you really just gotta put it out there. I know I'm out of breath because I'm walking up this hill. Shit, ain't no joke. But yeah, sometimes you really just gotta allow yourself to just put it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of times it may seem cringy at first, but it's not even really how you view yourself. Most of the times it's how you think other people will view what you're putting out. And quite frankly, fuck them. I mean, what the fuck? What are they really gonna say or do? And even if they do say or do something, I mean, like, so what? I mean, it's what you got. It's what you're doing. So, moral of the story: put your shit out. Stop procrastinating, because I feel like, I gotta say it, y'all. I feel like most of the perfectionist shit is really just procrastination. You're afraid of other people's judgments, afraid of how people will view you, what people will think of you, what people are gonna say, if people will misunderstand you, misinterpret what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? And so we try to be in the planning stage for like the longest. And yeah, it's just procrastination. You gotta be real with yourself. Put the shit out. Doesn't matter how it looks, and you will figure it out as you go. Like, that is literally the best way to learn something, is just doing it and then figuring out, okay, this don't work, and, you know, tweaking and adjusting it as you go. But to try to have it all figured out before you even start, and you've never even done the shit before, I mean, that's just unrealistic. That doesn't even make sense. And I get it, like, we can feel like, oh, but look at how my face is not looking right. Let's say you're trying to do a YouTube video, and you worried about how your face looking, you worried about your lips crusty and all kinds of shit. Like, gotta lick my lips on that one. But yeah, that shit doesn't matter. I'm going back on the main street by mistake. That shit doesn't really matter. What matters is your goal. Your goal is to get out a message, to tell something, to teach something, to show something. So do that. Get out your message. And fuck everything else that doesn't pertain to that or relate to whatever you got going on. Because people are gonna judge you regardless. And you could either live your life in a shell, forever in the planning stage, never having shit to show for it, but you're mentally drained, physically tired because of all the mental anguish you put yourself in from planning and trying to get everything just right, tweak everything and write it out and all the dumb shit. Like, yeah, I'm not saying planning isn't a good thing. Like, yeah, plan, but you got to learn when to just release it. You know what I'm saying? You can't just hold on to it forever. Give yourself a time frame. Like, plan this shit out and at the top of the page before you even, because I like to write my shit out. So at the top of the page, look, I'm gonna show y'all. Let me show y'all real quick. All the other shit is irrelevant, but I wrote right here, keep it simple. Keep it simple. You have to create the avenue. Also, this is like a little bit irrelevant, but you have to create the avenue, and whatever you're looking for will flow. That's pertaining to more like manifestation, but I felt like that was just a good thing to say. But anyway, yeah, keep the shit simple. Don't fucking go above and beyond trying to get it all perfect and trying to be like, you trying to create a business and you want everything perfect. The logo got to be perfect. The business itself got to be a certain way. What happened to the light? Not this bitch. Yeah, the business, the name got to be perfect. You trying to make your LLC. You trying to fucking I don't know, trying to get shirts made already, and well, I don't know what kind of business you're starting, but let's just say it's a whatever the fuck business. I don't know. You trying to make sure you have the way you're gonna talk to all your clients planned out and all of this. Like, it's called trial and error. You have to throw yourself in there and not worry about how it's gonna turn out and how it's gonna look. And this is coming from a Virgo. I'm telling you, you have to do that shit, or you will forever be stuck in the planning and in the let me figure it out stage. I have my Sun, Mercury, and Venus all in Virgo, and then I have my Jupiter in the 6th house. So yeah, I know what I'm talking about. I get it. I get how difficult it could be. I get how stressful it can feel, but it's something that has to be done. You can't live your entire life on the starting line. I mean, like, seriously, how many things have you started and just not finished because it just weren't good enough? You probably got a whole collection of shit that you can release right now. You can release it right now, but you feel like, oh, I gotta add this, or oh, I gotta, like, you can release the shit and make adjustments later. And honestly, if you don't have an audience, it shouldn't be shit you got to say. Honestly, like, if you don't have an audience, nobody's looking any fucking way. Seriously, nobody is even fucking looking at what you're doing, because you got one follower and you worried about releasing it because you don't know how people gonna view you. It's one person out of 8 billion people on this goddamn planet. Fuck them. So what? I mean, I love them because, you know, that's your follower or whatever, but fuck them. Fuck what they got to say about you. You know what I'm saying? With nothing that anybody else has to say is relevant. Honestly. Like, everybody, think of it. Like, think about it. Everybody grew up and had different backgrounds. They were raised by different types of people. They had different experiences. They handle their emotions differently than you. They handle their They process things mentally different than you do. You know what I'm saying? They have different interests, different dislikes and likes. Like, they're a completely different person with a completely different perspective on the planet that we're all experiencing together. And they have a totally different perspective than you. I'm sorry, this wind going crazy. They have a totally different perspective than you do. So I just gotta look at y'all like, what? Like, they had, how is their opinion relevant at all in any shape or form to what you've experienced and what you've went through? You know, you've been through certain things, and you know how it affected you, and you know, and you got out of that whatever you've been through, right? You got out of it because here you are today. You're here. So what the fuck is Billy 203 account name? Him and his experience, he probably didn't go through nothing you went through, and he commented on your video. I mean, like, it's so irrelevant. It's irrelevant, and it's holding you back. Fucking post. Upload, post, create, release, share, and stop being a pussy. Bye. Peace.